This trip was originally planned to be a simple solo flight for Tokyo. But then my mom asked to come along. So I bought her additional premium economy ticket. Then I have questions. Will Japan Airlines handle all our booking together? And can I bring mom to the lounge? Can I still get privilege during transit? And what if I don't want to board alone? Our situation was a bit complicated as I have separate domestic flights. I asked them to check all the flights together so that maybe at Haneda we will have smoother experience. And they have no problem with that. The lounge was the first real taste. I went to Kata Lounge and asked if I can bring my mom with me, which they said no. Well, I kind of expected that. But at their own lounge, you know what I'm gonna say? They said of course. Anyway, I just knew later that actually Premium Eco can also enter the lounge. And for the lounge itself, I would say that it's very simple and looks very carefully designed for your comfortable, but not flashy at all. Boarding was the part that I'm worried about the most. The basic scenario would be like I board alone first class and let my mom handle herself. Or I'm wait for her and board economy together. It doesn't sound right for me. Anyway, I asked and they allow us to board together first class. And this one is impressive. And then my mom asked me to walk her to her seat first. So instead of making a proper first class entrance, I somehow ended up standing inside the Premium Eco, holding a first class boarding pass. And I think the crew were briefly confused and trying to understand what was happening. But once explained, they turned into accommodating mode and know that they will help taking care of my mom during the flight. And I think that's very warm of them. During this whole moment, I lost the footage and only have the shot of the picture of each of the situation. Anyway, on my way back to my seat, everybody has already boarded, so I kind of walking upstream across the sea of people, apologizing to everybody, while the crew is also apologizing to me. So this thing is really unexpected and kind of the moment that I miss the most. Once I got back to my seat, everything was back to order. The first class cabin was even more spacious than Cathay first class, and they have full amenities. But what stood out the most was the crew itself. Japan Airlines service feels really subtle, things quietly happen before you even ask. So at some point, I stopped trying to document everything and trying to enjoy the flight normally. Anyway, at some point, I remember that my mom had asked me to check on her from time to time, so I walked back to Premium Eco to take a look. She was actually asleep. Before boarding, she also said she would help capture premium economy footage for this review, so she showed me her contribution. And it was one food photo. She also complained that the crew seemed to be even more attentive to another elder lady nearby, and later turned out to be younger than her. Then I went back to my seat and slept. There were turbulence, so I didn't have a good enough sleep. Anyway, the breakfast was full Japanese Thai shogu. I ordered the signature sparkling juice to accompany the food. It was surprisingly good and almost passed for a champagne to me. I think they have a very good selection for non-alcoholic drinker also. And when we landed at Haneda, as a first class passenger. I was the first of the group to off-board the plane. But of course, cannot go without my important companion. Well, as I said before that I also have domestic flight from Haneda to Hakodate economy class that bought separately. So here I finally found the limit. I asked if my domestic boarding pass still gave me lounge access, given that I have first class ticket from last night. Well, they scanned the boarding pass and said that in the system, it said that I have the right to use the Diamond Lounge. But anyway, for my mom, they said no. So instead, we just sat together at the small JCB lounge nearby. Just for information, it was also very simple. And at the end, we arrived Hakodate safely. Looking back, I think Japan Airlines handled the whole situation as thoughtfully as any airline could. It's not like everything can be extended, but the staff keep trying to make things work for both of us. And somehow, traveling this way made a very special kind of a first class experience to Japan.